happy Friday. I hope everybody's doing well. If this video's made its way to you somehow across the cosmos and the YouTube algorithms, I'm really grateful for you to be here with me as I channel I always set the intention from the most high divine source for your highest good. From anyone that finds this video, that it brings clarity to whatever's going on right now. So let's get straight into it. The first cards that jumped out as I was shuffling from the Sacred Forest Oracle today were Storm Spirit and Toadstool's Growth. Okay, I'm getting something through about things not going to plan. Like for me personally, just being reminded of this morning, I was meant to go to this women's circle I go to regularly, and my car keys were in my partner's car, and he was somewhere else at work, and wasn't meant to be. You know, in those moments we can feel like, oh, I've got up and I was all ready to do something, and then it's kind of like the plans just change. And so instead I just spent half an hour sitting on the grass connecting with nature, and now obviously I'm in the car, but I'm in nature. I've got the willow trees behind me, and I just feel that that is significant. I feel like there's a connection between things not going to plan and nature, things happening for a reason to get you into nature, out of your head, into your body. It's that old saying, I lose my mind, I go into the woods to lose my mind and find my soul. It's that kind of thing. And there's a connection if you're hearing this, because that came through for me. And so for you, I'm getting, it is like there's nature in these cards. There's this storm, and there's the toadstools, the mushrooms, the growth. And I'm feeling like there may have been arguments that have taken place recently, this seemingly chaotic storm energy, lightning bolts. Okay, so I'm hearing it is like you are the lightning bolt. You are this like this rod, this lightning rod of transformation. And when people, places and things come into your orbit, and it's not obviously speaking egotistically, I'm speaking truth of like, we all have a sacred frequency that ignites ourselves and others. And sometimes, particularly lately, I feel like there may have been family members or colleagues, some kind of headbutting scenario going on. I feel like you may have been I'm hearing thrown into the limelight, but maybe in a way that you didn't want, like all eyes on you, and it kind of, maybe this situation came out of nowhere, and it was like people are looking at you, or maybe you felt accused of something that you didn't do, something really unjust, I feel. And it's kind of like, where the hell did this come from? And it wasn't from hell, it's from heaven. Sorry, I'm just saying it as I'm hearing it, because everything happens for a reason. And even through the challenges and the storms and the chaos, clarity comes. The lightning, the thunder brings a release. It's like we've all had that heat the other week, and it was like all this emotional repression, everything that was beneath the surface for like a decade even, has been coming out, and it needed to be released. And with that, I feel like it's really been about nurturing your inner child and self-care, and it's all about rewriting old low self-beliefs, because you're better than that. You know yourself, you know your worth now, and it's really doing the alchemy, the tough work sometimes of acknowledging the thoughts and not believing them, but sitting with them and feeling your feelings, and allowing yourself, your inner child, to express those feelings of low self-worth, but comforting yourself and nourishing yourself anyway, and choosing not to believe in either the things other people are saying about you, or that's triggered in yourself in terms of low self-belief, and not affirming those beliefs to yourself anymore, because the divine doesn't want you to do that. The divine, I'm hearing, wants you to see this as an opportunity for the light to come in. I'm seeing rainbows now in nature, and it's kind of like this storm, this chaos had to happen. It had been brewing for so long. There's so many tensions that needed to be released. Trust in your role in that, as in, people can be triggered by your energy, by your existence, by where you're at, your frequency. You've been through a lot, you've healed through a lot, and no one's better than anybody else, but not everyone is in the same place, obviously. And I just feel like with whatever situation or people this was with, you triggered a reaction in them, and you didn't even know where it came from. It was just in your being, your existence, and you're like, hang on a minute, why are you leveling this much almost hate against me? It's what it feels like. Why are you getting at me, like, God? And I'm just hearing going into the portal of your own heart, like really connecting with your heart chakra. This is a heart chakra healing. It's a chance for you to connect the heart and the throat, so it's the higher heart. It's using your truth, authentic expression, and not holding yourself back for anyone, because you've come too far to be suppressed by anybody or by limiting self-beliefs. It's about becoming unlimited. You are an unlimited being, and right now, I'm just looking at the back of this card, you may feel like this kind of child that's feeling vulnerable and fragile and needs nourishing and nurturing. You're holding on tightly to maybe old comforts, and that's okay. Like, really comfort yourself at this time. And it is green, like you're going through this magical gateway, doorway, this heart chakra healing. But yeah, even in the storm spirit card, we've got this, call it God, source, universe, whatever, but I'm not necessarily saying God is a man, it could be a woman, just an energy, whatever, but there is this male figure in the sky here with this lightning bolt. Okay, now I'm getting this could be father figure, patriarchy, society, whatever, however that resonates with you. It'll be different for everybody. And I have just heard the hand of God is on the situation, as in release control. Don't shame yourself for how things went down. I know we all tend to do that, but it's like, allow yourself the grace to know that you acted in alignment with your highest good at that moment as the best you could, and think more things are at play than you realize. Like, it wasn't just about the things that you said and they said. It's kind of like source needed this to come up and out in order to release you from limiting beliefs and even narcissistic wounds of the past. And that was the theme in the last video, but I'm really feeling it in the throat now. Everything is being guided by the hand of the divine. It's okay to release control and just let the pieces fall where they may. 42 may be significant. 4, 2, 6. The lovers. Disagreement. Masculine, feminine. This is a balance. This was almost, I'm feeling like a war on the feminine, but the interplay of energies in this discourse, it was a masculine energy against a feminine energy. And it feels like you've become so embodied, and careful with the word enlightened, but that kind of energy. And there's a real release that wants to happen from your heart and throat chakra, I'm feeling. And this is connected to your solar plexus too. We've got the green and this yellow, and it's like the heart and your solar plexus connecting for your sense of power, purpose, your willpower in this lifetime. What is your passion? What is your calling? Do you know that yet? And you're really being nudged on that pathway now, because divine is like, source is like, no more are you going to be held back by these people, by these old beliefs, these limitations. Like, you're better than that, and you are this lightning rod of transformation. Like, you ignite something in other people. You may identify with like being a catalyst for people's awakenings. That happens. There's people out there, and I feel that too, you know. I feel that I encounter a lot of strangers and they're drawn to me, or I'm drawn to them when they're going through their awakenings or dark night of the soul. And it's kind of like sometimes just being called to be that person. And sometimes it's not easy, and we channel things and we say things even when we're not aware of it. And I'm just getting a visual of something knotted. Like, can you see this, all this trees and twigs, branches behind? It's kind of like this. It's like the fairy tale imagery of Sleeping Beauty in the thicket of thorns, and it's like the can't see your way through the thorns, through the maze, but you're nearly there, and it's like defeating the beast. And the beast, I'm hearing, may seem like this other person, but it's actually your low self-worth. Just letting that sink in. I'm seeing 150, change, new beginnings. Don't be afraid to be thought the fool, because the fool is where the magic happens. You're not the fool, but others may think that because they don't get you. But you might be at a new beginning, but that's after all the shit you've been through. It's like, oh my God, you've been through so much. You've healed so much, and people don't see that. They don't get it unless they're your people. Some people get it, but just seeing the white butterfly now, transformation. And as you transform other people in your presence and awareness and conversation, that is also alighting and transforming something in you. That's allowing you each time to become a little bit more unlimited and set yourself free, fly, you know. And so back to this thicket imagery, it's just kind of like the tangled web we weave sometimes, or our trails that we leave in society. It may look messy, but that is okay, is what I'm getting. It's okay for things to be messy. It's okay for your words to have an impact. It's okay to feel like the pain of these things, because it's like the thorn is the rose, and it's protective and it's defending itself, like maybe your inner child is trying to protect you. But the beauty of the rose itself, the beauty of the feminine, doesn't need defending, because it is she is divinely protected, as are you. I just heard, you're so divinely protected at this time, you're so guided, this is all happening exactly as it's meant to. Trust in that, really trust in that. I feel like whatever's been happening for you may have really been shaking your faith, and sometimes when we're brought into lower vibration energies from within ourselves or from others or both, it can feel harder to tap back into that blissful, ecstatic, meditative energy, that trusting in that magic and miracles. But I think it's that whole thing of like, feel it to heal it. You've been brought into this feeling to alchemize it, to get it out of your system and your energy field, because that's been holding you back in subconscious ways. And it's like, you are meant to fly high and be seen in this world for your gifts and spread your light and your magic. And you can't do that if this old childhood, teenage energy, core wounding, whatever it is, connection with narcissists and patriarchy, workplaces, particularly family, like that needs to be felt in order to release it. And it can be a very heavy, dark energy at times. Low self-worth is when we all feel into that at times. Most people don't feel good enough in society. And it's kind of like, it's such a low vibration energy, it can be really challenging to let ourselves feel it. And the trick is to feel it and heal it, but not to stay in it too long, because that's not your truth. Ultimately, we are, as cringy as it sounds, we are love and light. Unconditional love is our truth. Yes, the experiences are truthful experiences we encounter and the challenges, but unconditional love is our being. And anything that convinces you otherwise, that says you're not worthy, that you're not good enough, that is just the voice of doubt. That's the voice of the heavier energies trying to prevent you from stepping forward as you're meant to be seen in this world. Don't let them, no matter who it comes from, even if it's some guru or shaman or someone that you trust, a teacher, a mentor, a family member, particularly brothers, sisters, dads, mums. Oh my God, like that's where the wound is from. And so it often feels even deeper when it's triggered by other people or by the same people later on in life. And again, I'm just seeing the wings, spreading your wings, your white wings. Number 44 was the Toadstools card, and really to me that just speaks of, it's chaos and growth. There's chaos, but from this challenge, from this chaos, there's always soul growth and healing. There's always the new. There's a butterfly in this card, a red butterfly. It's a root chakra, as are the mushrooms red. It's foundational, it's family, it's recalibrating. Red card as we're past. Recalibrating your foundation. Don't know if anyone here has had any feet issues lately, anything in the legs, but this is connected directly to the root chakra, to your foundation, to stepping forwards as you, as the new you, your embodied healed self, healing self, without the restraints of the past. So it can sometimes temporarily feel like you're blinded, like, oh, I can't see which way is it, this way, is it that way. I'm just being drawn to my nail polish as well. I'm sorry, it's been chipping off, but I'm just like, it's half off here. It's kind of like stripping away, taking away the red, the root, the old foundations that aren't right for you anymore, and growing into your own version of self, and not letting things blind you. Like, and if you are temporarily prevented from seeing the way forward, trust that that's happening in divine timing, because we're only meant to know what we're meant to know at that time, and we can always ask for answers outside of ourselves, but the one that knows the most correct thing for you at this time is you. Is tapping within. So if you're temporarily, restricted from seeing something, use your third eye, go within, see from the inside out, flip the script, change the perspective. It's like this butterfly, it has to go into the caterpillar, has to go into the cocoon before it can emerge and fly. And so it's like it is going into that dark space, the fertile void, the womb that we thought was a tomb, and emerging, rebirthing. It really is a time of rebirth, collectively, personally, for everyone. I really feel that right now. And it's kind of like, I'm just seeing there's like these tattoos on this woman's body. It's like you've been marked by the experiences you've been through, for better and for worse, but everything's for better because it's soul growth, remember that. And there's this light on the cheeks right now. It's like, I don't know if this is like drawing you to creams or something, but something about youth and aging, but it's almost like the snake, the kundalini energy rising through your awareness, through your third eye, releasing fears and doubts, and seeing the beauty in your growth, not just seeing it as this like, it's like when you're cutting down weeds and stuff, it's like not just seeing it as, oh, this horrible thing, like seeing it as like beautiful wildflowers, and the growth is divine. It's all in divine timing. Mushrooms, plant medicines, mushrooms in any way maybe healing right now. Obviously you can have like reishi and chaga mushrooms, and trust whatever you're drawn to. But also now I'm seeing shells, and I'm seeing hagstones, and I'm seeing shells with holes in them. It's connecting me to Aphrodite again, and the ocean, and connecting with the sea. Mother Earth, nature is really prevalent. I mean, I'm connect strongly with shamanic energies and with the energy in Mother Nature and Earth and the trees. We're all one, but I feel like that's relevant for you because I'm in nature. I was in nature this morning. I'm seeing nature in all these cards, in the sky, in the earth, in the waters, in the fire. It's all the elements. It's very shamanic. Okay, I just got number 5 again, which is change, but good change. Change is always good. Trust in that. It's okay to be hesitant. And I'm seeing the flowers again of like Hawaiian flowers. I think it's hibiscus. Drinking hibiscus can be really healing for you right now, to detox and flush out like water retention, anything that your body's been holding. Water significant, but flushing that out of your body. Bee spirit, prosperity. Queen bee, you're the queen bee. You've got this nectar, this golden honey. Like, oh. People don't always see your divinity, but that is like a real shamanic initiation to go through to defeat any low sense of self-worth and step into your sovereign energy, to trust your voice and your knowing and your gnosis over the external. How can anybody else know what's best for you, or know more about you, or know more about what's right for you than you? They've not been through what you've been through, all the initiations, all the healings, all the dark nights of the soul, the awakening. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be in your joy. Some people, like they say, the hater's gonna hate. That's one of the tarot cards that's often in that energy I'm thinking about right now. And it's kind of like, you can't control what other people think about you. And it's really shit when people are saying untruths. It feels really unjust and really unfair, but you know the truth, and the divine sees the truth, and everything's playing out as it's meant to for everybody's soul growth, of everybody that's involved. So don't listen to the haters. Most people that hate, is like they see your divinity. They get jealous or bitter if somebody's having a good time and they're victimizing themselves, and they're like, oh, how come they get to do this when I'm in this? It's like, you deserve this joy is what I'm getting. You deserve this nectar. Don't let anybody put, it's like here's you, this like fairy on this bee, enjoying, and the queen bee, but enjoying the fruits of your labors, I'm hearing. And it's like somebody's coming along in fear, saying, oh my god, be careful of that bee, what are you doing, are you crazy, that bee is gonna sting you. It's like they're projecting fear. They're like, oh my god, you're in a dangerous situation. It's like, no, you're trusting the divine, you're trusting yourself for the first time ever. I feel really truly starting to really trust yourself, and the voices of fear of other people, of the external, and a test really is what it is, the energy through them as a test of like trusting yourself, not believing what they're saying, but they're just projecting this shit, this fear. And it's like, you're better than that. Choose not to believe them. Like, yeah, the bee could sting, but then it would die, but also it's never as painful as the fear in our mind says it is. And if it did happen, there's medicine in that, there's healing in that, there's an initiation in that. So just like stand in your truth, protect your energy, bubble up, and let their energy just bounce back to them, because that's their energy and it's not yours to take on, it's not yours to feel. And totally use your voice, stand up for yourself, protect yourself. But if you can, just choose not to engage in it, because you don't want to bring down your vibration to their level. I'm also just seeing now on this outside, there's this black and yellow, it's like the bee stripes, which is further confirmation. I'm just looking at the stripes on the bee now. There's also, I'm just being drawn to looking at this stamen in the flower with the bee. It's like the masculine and the feminine. And it's the Hieros Gamos, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's the sacred union of masculine and feminine within yourself. That not everybody's reached that level yet. A lot of people are operating of totally masculine energy, pushing and striving and burning themselves out. And I think people admire you, but they can't say that yet. So it's like in the school playground where boys fancy girls, and like instead of being nice to them and saying what they feel, they actually tease and taunt. And it's not just about fancying, but it is like, this could be men and women in your life. It's like throwing out jabbing words and insults. It's like, it's actually because they admire you and they don't have that, and they're threatened, really, is what it comes down to. But trust in your nectar, in your medicine, in your light. I'm getting some reference to some Nordic mythology here, just seeing the plaits of the woman and like the innocence, and it's like the transition from maiden to mother. Really stepping into your abundant fertility, physically and emotionally, nourishing yourself, nurturing your inner child. Yeah, really, really strongly not believing in the words of others, because you've just come too far to believe in what other people say about you. That's not for you. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, and it's in the upright, so this is very prosperous. Again, there's a baby in this card, there's a couple, there's a person tending to the baby. It's like, are you the person tending to the baby, the creative artist? It's kind of like, it's the inner child and the mother energy. And there's a cat that I'm being drawn to on this blanket, and he's got the black and orange stripes like the bee, but it's a cat, like a tiger. And so I'm really getting that tiger energy, that Sekhmet Egyptian goddess, that powerful feline protective energy that doesn't take any shit. This tea, I'm getting called to say tea readings can be really significant for you right now, not necessarily in person, but even on YouTube, or for yourself particularly, because it's way more personal. Have a cup of tea, if you can, have with the leaves, and just see what's left in the cup. Do some scrying. Again, water is really significant, and there's a river by this card. It's like the birth canal, the birth of new ideas, the artist rocking the baby, nourishing your inner child, the connection with the parents. They're not really involved. It's kind of like, maybe there's a distance between you and your parents on this plane or on another plane, and whatever the relationship was with you and your parents, nurturing your inner child and trusting that they had to go through their own lessons to become the people they are and go through their soul growth. And so if there's some disinterest, I'm sensing a sense of distance. Sense, what I kept saying then. There's distance between you, but that's okay, because you're finding your empowerment, your true self. But yeah, being this cat, this feline, knowing you've got that protective energy with you, and really owning it, I'm feeling. Okay, justice. Like I was saying at the beginning of this reading, whatever's been said or has happened, it feels like a big sense of injustice. Trust that the scales are being balanced. Again, cats here, feline energy, shadow, light. And again, the blindfold, like the growth card, the eyes are partially blocked. There's something that you're not meant to see right now, that you've been trying to find out the answers to. Trust it will come in time. This veil will be lifted in divine timing. The universe is working on bringing in divine justice for you. Trust in that. You don't have to do this all on your own. The scales of balance are coming into play. And this could signify education as well, studying again. So there's something about looking at your own shadow. I literally just heard that. And so, as we know, we all do shadow work, and there's always more to do. Doesn't mean you're not whole and complete and healed, but looking at your shadow, I think the answers you need will come when you look within. And I know that can sound so frustrating when readers say that, because it's like, I just want an answer, I just want some confirmation and comfort and nurture. But you are this high priestess, empress energy, so you can give yourself the answers. And I think some of the answers to this situation, to this sense of injustice that you feel and may have always felt, particularly from childhood, may be coming up at this time to be highlighted, so you can work through that shadow. I'm seeing fire, so you can literally alchemize the shadow of not feeling good enough, so that you can step powerfully into your self-empowerment, into your calling in this lifetime. This Two of Wands, it's like, here you are, ready to go on this journey. You've got the flame, you're alchemizing, igniting all this old shadow stuff. And here's the shadow behind her that I was just seeing there. So I was just seeing it like this. So we've got this shadow needing to be alchemized in this fire. You're looking at the world, which way to go, things are going up in smoke, that's okay. It's kind of like chameleon energy, like shape-shifting, changing, alchemizing what no longer serves, and stepping forwards with the world in your hands. Like, you are powerful. You just need to recognize your own power and alchemize the wounds of the past to become the star that you're meant to be in this lifetime. It's like, there is this really childlike energy. I'm just hearing, I'm the king of the castle and you're the dirty rascal. There's a power play that's been going on between you and somebody else, or someone's else's. It just, oh yeah, it's a sticky energy. It's like they're fighting to be seen, they're fighting to be heard. You've got a sense of injustice because it feels so morally wrong. They believe they're right and trying to get people on their side about it. It just feels icky. It feels like, no, and you're just being called to be this chameleon, to transform what's yours and what it triggers in you, and grow from it, and just let go of their shit. Like, that's not yours to hold on to, and it's not going to get you anywhere other than just, yeah, bring your vibration down, which you're too good for. Okay, we've got the 8 of Cups in reverse. It's like your hands are full, you're doing all this stuff, you're connecting with all these energies, you have a lot of abundance in your life. It's also spider energy, like weaving a web. The divine's weaving a web in your life. Greek mythology may connect with you. There's like artifacts of the past, things that have been found, left behind, things from childhood, things from past lives even, that your soul is acknowledging and either alchemizing or reclaiming. This can be gifts, this can be shadows, everything is working through it. And beautiful confirmation here, we've got the Fool in reverse. So it's kind of like you've been going through this alchemization and you just need to turn this the right way around, as in people are seeing you like, oh, this naive fool, she doesn't know what she's doing, but you are this fool that goes into the Magician and the High Priestess and the Empress. And there's a river again in this card. It's like this alligator is coming at you, this external force that's like trying to gnaw at you, and it's just like, you're in control of the situation, and even if you don't feel like you are, the divine is with you. Trust in the path, let the river flow where it will. The rocks will, it seems like the rocks will get in the way, but the water will always flow around it. And there's mushrooms in this garden, this other deck, if you see down here, I'm just going to turn it the right way so you can see what's going on. Got this, I think it's either a stork or an eagle, so the freedom there, the light coming from the eagle and from the mountain, like Shasta, like past lives, Lemurians. You're an ancient soul, you've got gifts in this lifetime. And there's a lotus in this river here, and I was literally before being called to say, it's like that stickiness, it's like the lotus flower emerging from the murky waters. And you've been through that, and you're emerging more enlightened and shining that light on other people and their shadow situation, their shadow within themselves. But here again, we've got this lotus flower and this tiger or leopard, again the black and the orange, and there's this person is doing the handstand with this like book with the eye, the third eye on it. It's like the wisdom that's coming from this journey is beyond anything you could even imagine. So even though it's been stormy and difficult and challenging and triggering, like, wow, you've come so far, wow, you've got so far to go in terms of life and abundance and receiving now. You're in this river, you're so close to crossing this river, and you're doing it either with your eyes closed, your hands folded, or upside down. Like, this is easy for you now. Things don't need to be as hard as they have been. Flip the script, change your perspective, do a handstand, lie down upside down, see things from a different perspective, because you're stepping over these stones now, and you've got this, you really may have, I don't know if you work with Sekhmet, but this guide, this feline guide, is really important right now. And I'm getting drawn in my mind's eye to the Isis oracle, and one of the cards, one of the deities in Egyptian mythology and culture is, I might be pronouncing this wrong, Tauret. It's like an alligator headed goddess that's pregnant. So this could indicate upcoming pregnancies, but again, that doesn't have to be physical. It can be new ideas and moving forwards. But the fact we've got the alligator in this card, and we've got this feline energy, this goddess energy, and we've got the lotus. So I'm really being drawn to ancient Egyptian connection here, and the Nile. I don't know if there's mushrooms anywhere on the Nile, but that could help specifically with the location. But mushrooms as well, growth, insight, like, it's like when people take magic mushrooms and their mind is just psh, and you don't need to take any plant medicine to have that, because it's a connection to the divine. But we know plant medicines can help to open up that channel. And it's just seeing the brightness and the color, like, it's the number 0, the Fool card. It is like the new beginning. It's like a full circle moment, a rebirth, but rebirthing into the true version of you. Learning to be okay to be thought the fool when actually you're the magician, and you've made your way through the tarot, the major arcana. You've been all of those roles, and you got to the world, and now you're circling back to the fool. But you're not the fool. You're the wise woman, wise man. You've come so far, and who gives a fuck what people think about you? I'm just really feeling that. There's a lot of abundant, fertile energy here. Okay, one more card to finish off on. 3133 on the timer. Sending master number 33. Oh, it's very powerful. It's a very powerful time of rebirth for you. And in the last card and in this card, we had the sun, the bright sun. Again, Egyptian solar deities. There's a masculine in this card, and actually it's the Son of Swords, which is interesting. Swords are mental plane. It could be cutting with words. It could be others being cutting with their words, or you can be very powerful and quick-witted with your words. But it's the sun and the sun. There's roses on the floor. It's kind of like, where in your life have you been overtly in the masculine energy, focused on the gold, on the treasure, laser beam eyes on this treasure, instead of on the real treasure, which is nature and the sun and yourself and the divine feminine that's on the floor? Where might you have abandoned the feminine in your life in the past? And it's picking up the pieces now, picking up the roses on the floor. There's red and white ones. It's kind of like beauty, and the white goddess, the red goddess, the Magdalene energy. This masculine card is like holding this bird by the neck. He's done whatever he needs to get ahead, but has it really got, this might not be you, also this could be someone in your life as we were referring to earlier, that this might not have got this person as far ahead as they thought. And it really is about reconnecting with your feminine, and for them potentially as well. But you have the gold in your heart. It's like, there's something with the eyes here. The eyes were covered in the other cards. In this card, I can only see one of the eyes because the head's turned, but it's hyper focused on this material abundance instead of the abundance of nature. So just being called to tell you to acknowledge all the riches that are in your life right now, energetically, spiritually, emotionally. How are you emotionally rich? And feel into that. When you feel emotionally rich, the universe has no choice but to magnetize those material riches into your life, because it's reflecting what you're feeling and putting out on the inside. It's true. You're rich. You have riches coming in. Focus on your inner richness. That's all I need to say right now. I just feel like this has been a really strong, powerful reading. I hope it's resonated with you. I hope there's something here that you can take away. I'd love for you to let me know. And as everybody says, like and subscribe if it's resonated. And I'm offering one-to-one readings. If you're interested, please reach out. I just wish you all the blessings in the world for a beautiful week ahead, and really remembering your power. Remember who you are. Maybe watch The Lion King. Don't know why I'm saying that, but they say that. Remember who you are. You may have lost somebody significant to you, trying to figure out the next steps ahead. How can you go on without this person? It's like losing a part of your identity. You know, when somebody passes away, as hard as it is, it also is massive soul growth for you and everybody left behind, because it's clearing out an old part of you, an old part of your conditioning that maybe you're not meant to take into the next phase of your life, the next chapter of your life. So remember who you are at the core. Remember who you are now. Don't let the lies, the low self-worth get to you. Because you are, it's like The Lion King, you are the king, you are the queen, you are so much more than you're letting yourself believe right now. A lot of emotion with that. Maybe do some chanting to release this from the throat that I'm getting. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Love you so much. Thank you for joining me again. Join me next time for another reading. Bye for now.